Hello together. Welcome to RE7 Talks. Welcome Alex again in the studio, our Google Ads, Google Analytics manager at RE7 Consulting. Hello, welcome Alex.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Today our topic that we would like to discuss, probably when you watch this video, you have heard already in other videos about it or you read about it, is why your business needs Google Analytics for. Because I don't know since when this is in the news, I think almost a year.
Yeah.
But now it's getting more and more in the media because there will be a switch, but more on our podcast. So just quickly from you, why should business switch now or need Google Analytics for?
First of all, because any online business, any website needs to have some tracking, some analytics to what happens to your website. So because of that, you will need analytics. Second, because Google Analytics Universal, if you have this at this moment, will stop processing any data from 1st of July next year.
Mhm.
And then, forced or not, you will have to switch to Google Analytics 4.
So when next year it will be switched?
1st of July. 1st of July.
So that means the old Google Analytics, so the old Google Analytics, how we know it,
We stop
I think
processing.
it's called
Yes.
Google Universal. It's not used anymore. I mean, on July, it's not going to work anymore. So you are forced as a business that has a website to switch to Google Analytics 4. And can I not say, because I imagine some business owners say, yeah, but July. I mean, this is almost in more than half a year. Can I not switch on the 1st of July?
No, because the main issue if you will switch on the 1st of July will be that Google Analytics 4 will not take any data from Google Analytics Universal. So the best approach would be to have Google Analytics 4 installed as soon as possible, yesterday for example, and to track data in both analytics. You will still have access to your Google Universal Analytics historic data, but it will not
Mhm.
transmit any data to your GA4. So if you will just switch on 1st of July, you will have fresh new analytics with zero data. You will have nothing to see there. So it's better to install it now and run both of them until then. Just to get
Okay, so you leave both parallel, and just to understand correctly, the history from Google Analytics 4, I mean, if you start on the 1st of July, you won't have any history, and they are not communicating with each other. I mean, you can't get the Google Analytics code in the Google Analytics 4. Probably what I remember, you told me something with big data. So it's lots of work if you would want to do this by yourself. So
yeah.
that's why you say best is to switch as soon as possible to Google Analytics 4 to get some history in your account, because also Google Analytics 4 and Google Ads are connected somehow.
Of course, Google Analytics Universal was also connected with Google Ads if you wanted to connect them,
Mhm.
exactly the same as GA4. But it's better to gain data in both of them, not to start with a fresh account on 1st of July and just wait then to get data. It's waste of time. So the best would be to install it as soon as possible if you didn't already do it.
So how long does it take to integrate or to activate Google Analytics for what are
It
the
depends.
steps? Because I see lots of agencies also in Romania says, hey, just you get it for free, we switch it for you for free. Some ask even some money. So can you tell me how long does it take? How many minutes or how many hours?
It depends because if you just want to create the account, it will take you 5 minutes. This is what some
Mhm.
agency offer you for free. I will create your account, but that is 5 minutes and that's it. After that, it depends on your website. If you are an e-commerce, you will have to create a lot of events manually. So nobody will
Mhm.
do that for free for you. If you are a leads website and you don't want to track very specific actions on your website, then you can just install Google GA4, because the advantage is that it comes with predefined events. So you will have
Mhm.
now already some events created by Google Analytics. But if you have an e-commerce, it's very important to have Google Analytics installed by somebody that knows how to do it and to track everything correctly. Because you will have in GA4 you will have only events. In Google Analytics you had a lot of other types of heat types named in Google Analytics.
Mhm.
In GA4 everything is named as an event. But event will be page view, add to cart, product view, payment info added, paid order, everything that you can do on a website on Google Analytics is an event. So all of that for an e-commerce has to be set manually.
Okay,
So
so
it takes from 5 minutes to 5 hours depending on what website do you want and how granularly do you want to track what is happening on your website.
yes, yes, I understand. So Google Analytics 4, especially for e-commerce, takes some time to integrate it. And I mean, we have done this already for our clients already a few months ago. But for e-commerce or other businesses, they should switch as soon as possible. And creating the account is 5 minutes. So of course, this can be done for free because it's not so much time. But then the complete configuration, especially for e-commerce, takes a bit more time
Yes,
and needs to be done by a professional because I guess you can also configure it wrong if you don't have enough knowledge. If you are not, I mean, you
for
are
sure.
certified
For sure.
by Google, so you know what to do, and I think this is important.
Yes, you have to track everything, you have to test everything, and only after you see that everything that you set it is working correctly, only then you can say Google Analytics 4 is installed on your website. Otherwise, it's just half installed or is tracking bad data. You will see data that is not accurate.
Mhm. And another question, I mean, if I would have a business, I remember I had to put a code there in the website for
Yeah.
Google Analytics. So I have to do the same probably for Google Analytics 4, just plain code, or do I use Tag Manager? How does it work?
It's your choice. Best is to use Tag Manager because most of the websites already have Tag Manager installed, and then the developer can add Google Analytics through Tag Manager. So it's much easier. Also, all the events have to be created through Tag Manager. So even if you will implement the code of Google Analytics on your core website, you will still have to use Tag Manager to track some specific events.
Okay, so just to get the idea, so we will have the old Google Analytics, which is Google Analytics Universal. We have Google Analytics 4. We connect Google Analytics 4 with the Tag Manager. I mean, we
Yes,
integrated with the Tag Manager. Does it make sense to integrate or Google Ads and Google Analytics 4 to combine them already, or what would
of
you
course,
recommend to leave it
of
together
course.
with Google Analytics Universal?
Of course, because when you connect GA4 or Google Analytics Universal with your Google Ads account will take data from your Google Analytics. So you can optimize your campaign much better through the knowledge that you get from Google Analytics. It's much easier, they
Mhm.
communicate perfect because both of them are Google products. So
Mhm.
integration is simple and they work very good together. Also, you should integrate your GA4 with your Google Search Console for SEO purposes, for example. So it helps you in a lot of areas, not only for paid campaigns, also for organic growth.
Okay, so it's not only to just install Google Analytics 4, you need to connect it to Google Ads, Search Console, and Tag Manager.
Exactly.
Plus, of course, the business should have all the Google Search Console
Of
integrated.
course. Of course.
So everything with Google.
Yes, Google has a
Perfect.
lot of products that helps your business grow, especially for online
Yeah,
business.
yeah, I understand. And besides, I mean, that it's important. I mean, this is one reason why it is important. Let me just put it in the ticker what the topic is. So this is one important topic. So on 1st of July, there is no old Google Analytics Universal. But I guess there are more things why you should switch to Google Analytics 4. What are the advantages in comparison to the old Google Analytics?
First of all Google Analytics was not developed by Google. Another company around 15 years ago developed the first analytics tool for websites, and Google bought that company. They
Nice, I
tried
didn't know.
Yes, they tried to develop the tool, to improve the tool year by year, until they realized that they have to switch everything and they have to create a fresh new tool. This is why GA4 appeared, and they didn't update the old Universal Analytics. They create a totally new tool. So more than that, like I said, Google Analytics 4 comes with predefined events, which will help you, for example, to track things that couldn't be possible without hard development on Google Analytics Universal, like scroll depth, for example. You can see on your website what the scroll depth on a specific page is without doing any
Mhm.
coding. On Universal Analytics, that is impossible. So there are many reasons why you should switch to GA4. Other reason is data-driven attribution. In Google Analytics Universal, the attribution model is last click. For example, if a user has multiple touch points on his journey to a conversion, in Google
Mhm.
Analytics Universal, it will attribute the conversion to the last click, to the last touch point. In Google Analytics GA4, Google will attribute a part of the conversion to every touch point that user engaged with before the conversion. So it's much more advanced. It helps you a lot, especially for big websites where your user has
Mhm.
4, 5, 6 touch points before the conversions, and it helps you optimize your offline campaigns, online campaigns, and so on, because you can see much more accurate data.
So I guess because you have more accurate data, you have more touch point and so on, that also helps your Google Ads to perform better, I guess, because everything is more accurate and therefore the algorithm has much more data in order to optimize itself.
Especially because Google Ads already switched to a data-driven model attribution. And if you have your Google Ads connected with a Google Universal Analytics, Google Ads has a data-driven attribution, Google Universal has a last-click model attribution. So is your data is not so accurate. They can't work together so well. If you switch to GA4, then it's perfect because both of them has have the same model of attribution. So it's much better, your data are more accurate, and you can optimize your campaigns much better.
Okay, understand. So that means for my business, I might now losing also some money because the ads are not performing as well if they would perform when Google Analytics would
For
be
sure,
installed and would be connected with my Google Ads.
for sure, for sure, because you have connected two tools
Okay,
with different
so
level of attributions. So that's not right.
that would be another reason why people should why businesses should switch as soon as possible to Google Analytics 4. Um, so that means if a business is watching right now our podcast, our YouTube video, just leave us a message. Go on our website re7consulting.ro, or just call us on our phone number or write us on Instagram, LinkedIn. Hey, I'm interested. We need some help, and then we can make you like a proposal how much it would take. As said, the 5 minutes creation of the Google Analytics account, is nothing that takes some time, but depending on your website, it might or can take several hours. And it needs to be done properly because it doesn't help you if you integrate it and then the data is not really helpful and it does the opposite. It gives wrong data to Google Ads, and then you maybe might lose more money. So therefore, you should work with an agency that is certified by Google, like us, and we will help you that everything runs smoothly for your business.
Yeah, it's much better to have everything perfect set it from the beginning than to accumulate some not so accurate data and then
Mm.
you don't understand why is the reason that your campaign is dropped or something like that. It's much better to have everything set it correctly from the beginning.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to share why for businesses Google Ads, Google Analytics 4 is important?
Like I said, first of all, because Google Analytics Universal will not exist anymore. So it's not a
Mm.
choice, it's not an option. You have to do it. You will do it now, you will do it over 1 month, or you will do it the
Mhm.
latest on 1st of July.
Yeah.
Or you will continue without having any analytics on your website. So the main reason is because you have to do it. It's not something that you can choose to do. And like I said, it's better to do it earlier than later.
Okay, fully agree with you. And it's not that complicated as it sounds. And if it's done by a professional, it will be working well after that. So I mean, it would take around a day until it's finished and
Yeah.
integrated well, I guess.
With all the testings, everything, it takes around a day.
What would we need? I mean, in order to check this, we need probably access for Google Analytics. We will need access for Google Ads. What else do we need?
Just to integrate the Google GA4 to any website, we will only
Mhm.
need access to their tag manager if they have one. If they don't have a tag manager, we can also create a tag manager for you and then install Google Analytics through this tag manager. Also, we'll have a discussion to establish which are your goals, which are your conversions on the website, how granularly do you want to track things on your website.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to track some specific link clicks, maybe you want to track some, I don't know, specific events that count for your business. And after that, we make a strategy and we implement everything so you can see all that data in GA4 easily.
Sounds like a good plan. So, thank you, Alex, for sharing your insights on the new Google Analytics 4 with us. And as I said before, if somebody is watching this video and says, "Oh, I need some help," we are happy to help. Alex is here to help you, and we are looking forward when you contact us. Thank you, Alex, for your time,
Thank you too.
and looking forward to have you soon in the show. Thank
Sure,
you.
sure. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.